Our new academic section. So I hope all are happy and safe. So I am here to take your favorite subject, mathematics. So let us start our simple chapter. So chapter 1, number system. Shall we start? I think all are ready. So I hope all of you have textbook and notebook with you and one pen. And I will start the first chapter, number system. See children, all of you know different types of numbers. In our small classes onwards, we are studying about numbers. So first number system is natural numbers and we represent it by n. And the least natural number is 1. So it starts from 1, 2, 3, etc. That shows it is never ending. So it's a natural number starting from 1, 2, 3, etc. Next we study about all numbers and we represent it by W. So all numbers, the least all number is 0. So we start from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So see natural numbers, all numbers. See then we know that. See all natural numbers 1, 2, 3. Here also 1, 2, 3. So all natural numbers are all numbers, but it's converse. See, all numbers are not natural numbers. Why? Here 1 0 here, this 0 is not here, 0 is not a natural number. So we know that all natural numbers are all numbers, but all numbers are not natural numbers because 0 is not a natural number. Next we study about integers. We represent it by Z. Z means integers. Integers means negative numbers there, 0 there, positive numbers there. So we represent it as negative 3, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. See, integers means negative numbers, 0, then positive numbers starting. This is also never ending. Then we compare the numbers. See the natural numbers 1, 2, 3. This 1, 2, 3 is also here. So we know that all natural numbers are integers. All natural numbers are integers. Same way when we take all numbers, see 0, 1, 2, 3 here. Here also 0, 1, 2, 3. All numbers are integers. All natural numbers are integers. All numbers are also integers. But it's converse. See, all integers are not natural numbers. Why? Here there is no negative numbers. All integers are not natural numbers. Same way, all integers are not all numbers also. See, here also there is no negative numbers. So here we conclude that all natural numbers are integers. All numbers are integers, but it's converse. All integers are not all numbers. All integers are not natural numbers also. Then in our last year, in our 8th standard, we study about rational numbers. See, next we know about rational numbers and we represent it by R. You know what are rational numbers? Numbers of the form P by Q. So numbers of the form P by Q where this numerator and this one is denominator and that denominator is not equal to 0. Such numbers are known as rational numbers, P by Q, numbers of the form P by Q, where Q not equal to 0. Such numbers are known as rational numbers. For example, 1 by 2. Numerator, denominator there. This 1 by 2 is a rational number. Here negative numbers there, positive numbers there, all natural numbers, all numbers, integers there. Another one example, minus 3 by 2. This is also a rational number. This is of the form P by Q. I just write another one example, 6 This is also a rational number because 6 we can write as 6 by 1. Then again, one more example, minus 5. Minus 5 is also a rational number because we can write minus 5 as minus 5 by 1. Again, one more example, 0. 0 is also a rational number because 0 we can write it as 0 by 1. So numbers of the form P by Q where that denominator not equal to 0, such numbers are known as rational numbers. Then we connect all natural numbers, integers to rational numbers. See, all natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, these are all rational numbers. Why? 1 we can write as 1 by 1, 2 we can write as 2 by 1, 3 we can write as 3 by 1. Same way, all numbers are also rational numbers. 0 we can write as 0 by 1, 1 we can write as 1 by 1, 2 also we can write as 2 by 1. So all natural numbers are rational numbers, all numbers are also rational numbers. Same way that integers, take that integers, these are also rational numbers, minus 3 by 1, minus 2 by 1. So we can represent it in the form of P by Q. Then all natural numbers are rational numbers, all numbers are also rational numbers, all integers are also rational numbers. Then we check its converse. See, but when we take a rational number, 1 by 2, is it a natural number? No. Is it a whole number? No. Is it an integer? No. So we can conclude that all rational numbers are not natural numbers because 1 by 2 is not a natural number. All rational numbers are not all numbers because 1 by 2 is not a whole number. Same way, all rational numbers are not integers also because 1 by 2 is not a integer. Okay, this way we can compare the numbers. Next, we study some properties of rational numbers. See, first property. See, when I take 2 and 3, these two are rational numbers. We can insert infinitely many rational numbers between these two numbers, between 2 and 3. You know that simply we know that between 2 and 3 there is no numbers, but we can insert infinitely many rational numbers between these 2 and 3. That means, that is between two rational numbers, we can insert infinitely many rational numbers. This is the first property. Between two rational numbers, we can insert infinitely many rational numbers. So, using that condition, we can solve problems. See, between 2 and 3, we can insert infinitely many rational numbers. That means, between two rational numbers, we can insert infinitely many rational numbers. So, we just solve problems. It is clear for you. So, your first case, first question, insert 5 rational numbers between 2 and 3. Insert 5 rational numbers between 2 and 3. So, our first step, 2 and 3. So, we write in the form of P by Q. We need to insert rational numbers. First, I write 2 by 1. This is also 3 by 1. Check the denominator. Both denominators are same. So, I multiply. Any number we can multiply. The value didn't change. So, here I multiply the denominator with 10 because I need to insert 5 rational numbers. So, more than 5 we can multiply. Here I multiply with 10. If you multiply a number in the denominator, that same number multiply in the numerator also. So, here also I multiply with 10. Same way, here also multiply with 10 and here also multiply with 10. Next step, what is 2 into 10? 20 by 10 and 30 by 10. Again, see 20 by 10 and 30 by 10, there are many numbers there. We need to write only 5 rational numbers. So our answer is 21 by 10, 22 by 10, 23 by 10, 24 by 10 and 25 by 10. So these are the 5 rational numbers. So between 2 and 3, we can insert 5 rational numbers. So our first step is write 2 as 2 by 1 and 3 as 3 by 1. We can multiply with any number. I just multiply here with 10. Then you get 20 by 10 and 30 by 10. Between 20 and 30, so many numbers there. You need to pick out only 5 numbers. So the answer is 21 by 10, 22 by 10, 23 by 10, 24 by 10 and 25 by 10. Same way, another one question. I think it is clear for you. Next one. Case 2. Insert 4 rational numbers between -1 and 4. So insert 4 rational numbers between -1 and 4. See, between -1 and 0, in the 4, you know different numbers there. Which are the numbers there? -1. After -1, what is the next number? 0. After 0, we can write 1, 2, 3. So the next number is 4. Your question is insert 4 rational numbers. Already 4 numbers there. No need to do any other step. Already between -1 and 4, 4 numbers there. 0, 1, 2, 3. So our answer 0 means 0 by 1. That is also of the form P by Q. 0 means 0 by 1, 1 by 1, 2 by 1, 3 by 1. So between -1 and 4, the rational numbers are, so our answer is 0, 1, 2 and 3. These are the 4 rational numbers. Again, case 3. Insert 5 rational numbers between 2 by 5 and 4 by 5. 5 rational numbers. Insert 5 rational numbers between 2 by 5 and 4 by 5. See the question, 2 by 5, 4 by 5, both denominators are same. So simply 2 by 5 and 4 by 5, there is only one number, 3 by 5. So we need to insert 5 rational numbers. So I multiply, same way. First you take 2 by 5 and multiply the denominator with 10. Any number we can multiply. For convenience, I multiply here with 10. Here also multiply with that same number, multiply in the numerator also. And 4 by 5, here multiply with 10, numerator also multiply with 10. So next step is, what is 2 into 10 is equal to 20 divided by 50 and 40 divided by 50. Again, between 20 by 50 and 40 by 50, so many numbers there. We need to write only 5 rational numbers. So our answer is, so which way we can write the answer? 21 by 50, 22 by 50, 22 by 50, 23 by 50, 24 by 50 and 25 by 50. These are the 5 rational numbers. So first step is 2 by 5 and 4 by 5. Multiply both numerator and denominator with 10. So our number become 20 by 50 and 40 by 50. Then between 20 and 40, we can insert so many numbers. From that, you need to write only 5 rational numbers. Next one. Insert 5 rational numbers between 1 by 3 and 1 by 2. Insert 5 rational numbers between 1 by 3 and 1 by 2. When you take the question, first you check that question, it is 1 by 3 and 1 by 2. Here both denominators are different. See, here it is 3 and here it is 2. In our previous question, both denominators are same, but here the denominators are different. So our first process is making the denominator same. How to make that denominator same? It's one fraction. You know how to make the denominator same. Find the LCM of 3 and 2. LCM of 3 and 2. You know that there is no common term between 3 and 2. So simply multiply 2 and 3. Then you get the LCM of 2 and 3. So multiply 3 into 2. So you got the answer 6. So LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. So our next step, making that denominator 6. How to make this denominator 6? Here it is 3 only. Multiply this 3 with 2. Then only that denominator become 6. That same number multiply in the numerator also. Then again 1 by 2. Here also making the denominator 6. How to make the denominator 6? Here it is 2. 2 into 3 is 6. That same number multiply in the numerator also. So here also multiply with 3. So next up 2 by 6 and 3 by 6. Now both the denominators are same. See, 1 by 3 and 1 by 2. Here the denominators are different. So first we make the denominator same. How to make the denominator same? Find the LCM of 3 and 2. The LCM of 3 and 2 is, there is no common term. So multiply together. The answer is 6. In our first step, 1 by 3, make the denominator 6. So I multiply here with 2. That same number multiply in the numerator also. Here 1 by 2 multiply with 3, that's 3 multiply in the numerator also. So our number become 2 by 6 and 3 by 6. Again, between 2 by 6 and 3 by 6, there is no number. Again, our same process, multiply with any other number. So I multiply here with 10 and numerator also with 10. And here also multiply with 10. Here also with 10. So number become 20 by 60 and 30 by 60. Between 20 by 60 and 30 by 60, so many numbers there. From that, we can write 5 rational numbers. So our answer is 21 by 60, 22 by 60, 23 by 60, 24 by 60, and 25 by 60. This way, we can insert rational numbers between two numbers. We just solve different questions. In the first case, only 2 numbers there. In the second case, negative numbers there. The third one, denominator same. And the last one, different denominators there. How to find, insert rational numbers. I think it is clear for you. Next we solve, or that first section is over. First we compare the numbers. Next we insert rational numbers between 2 rational numbers. Next we solve our exercise. Exercise 1. Textbook exercise 1. Okay, children. Exercise 1.1. We can solve that exercise first. Your first question. Is 0 a rational number? Can you write in the form P by Q, where P and your first question, is 0 a rational number? Can you write in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0? Your question is 0 a rational number? Yes. Why? Because 0, we can write it as 0 by 1. Is 0 a rational number? So our answer is S. Why? Because 0, we can write it as 0 by 1. This is of the form P by Q. P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. So that is why 0 is also a rational number. Your first question, is 0 a rational number? Can you write in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers? Our answer is yes, because 0, we can write it as 0 by 1. This is of the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and that denominator is not equal to 0. That is Q not equal to 0. I think it is clear. Then second question. Then we solve the second one. Okay, children. Our second question, find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. You know how to solve. Our first step is 3 and 4. So we can write it as 3 by 1 and 4 by 1. Then what is the next step? 3 by 1 and 4 by 1. Multiply both numerator and denominator with any number. Here we need to find 6 rational numbers. So convenient, we multiply it with 10 and here also with 10. And same way, multiply here also with 10 and here also with 10. So our number become 3 into 10 become 30 by 10 and 40 by 10. Between 30 by 10 and 40 by 10, we can find 6 rational numbers. So our answer is 31 by 10. 32 by 10, 33 by 10, 34 by 10 and 35 by 10 and one more there, 36 by 10. These are the 6 rational numbers. We insert 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. So we write 3 by 1 and 4 by 1. Multiply with 10, it becomes 30 by 10 and 40 by 10. So our answer is 31 by 10, 32 by 10, 33 by 10, 34 by 10, 35 by 10 and 36 by 10. So second step question is over. Next one. See, our third question, find 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Find 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. So we write the step, our third question, 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Just check both denominators are same. What is the next step? Multiply with one number. So I multiply 3 by 5 into 10. Here also multiply with 10 and 4 by 5. Here also multiply with 10. Numerator also multiply with 10. So our number become 30 by 50 and 40 by 50. Between 30 by 50 and 40 by 50, we can insert so many numbers. We need only 5 rational numbers. So our answer is, how we can write the answer? So our answer is 31 by 50, 32 by 50, 33 by 50, 34 by 50, and 35 by 50. So this way we can insert 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. I think it is clear for you. Next one. Next one. State whether, your fourth question, state whether the following statements are true or false. State whether the following statements are true or false. Give reason for your answer. Your next question, state whether it is true or false. And from that, every natural number is a whole number. Your question is, every natural number is a whole number. You know which are the natural numbers? 1, 2, 3, these are the natural numbers. Your question is all these numbers are all numbers or not? These are all whole numbers, so our statement is true. Every natural number is a whole number. Every natural number is a whole number. That statement is true. We all know that 1, 2, 3 are natural numbers. These 1, 2, 3 are also whole numbers also. So every natural number is a whole number. Okay. In that second part, every integer is a whole number. Your second one, every integer is a whole number. So in that, this is the first question. Second part, you know which are the integers? -1, -2, -1, 0, 1, etc. These are integers. So from this, your question is, every integer is a whole number. See this, these numbers, these negative numbers are not all numbers. All numbers starting from 0, 1, 2, etc. But here negative numbers also there. So what is our answer? Every integer is not a whole number. So that statement is false. Why that statement is false? Because negative numbers are not all numbers. So they are because negative numbers are not all numbers. Your question is, every integer is a whole number. You know which are integers? Negative numbers, 0, positive numbers together are integers. So I just write -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Your question is these all are whole numbers or not? The statement is false because negative numbers are not all numbers. So our statement is false. In that, the last one, and the third one, every rational number is a whole number. Every rational number is a whole number. So I just take one example. Rational numbers of the form P by Q. So every rational number. So I just write one example. 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is a rational number. Your question is, every rational number is a whole number or not? When I take 1 by 2, is it a whole number? This is not an whole number because all numbers can be written in the form 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So this is not a whole number. This is a rational number. This is one rational number. But 1 by 2 is not a whole number. So 1 by 2 is not a whole number. So what we can write? our statement, every rational number is a whole number, is wrong because every rational numbers are not all numbers. We just write one example. 1 by 2 is rational number, but 1 by 2 is not a whole number. So statement is false. Your question is state whether the following statements are true or false. So that statement, every rational number is a whole number, is wrong. So we just write one example, 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is a rational number, 1 by 2 is not a whole number. So statement is false. I hope that exercise is clear for you. Only insert rational numbers between two numbers, and next is comparison of natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. I think it is clear for you. Time. Seven more minutes. So again, next we study about some properties of rational numbers. Properties of rational numbers. First we study insert rational numbers between rational numbers. Next one is decimal form of a rational number. Next we study decimal expansion of a rational number. How to write a number in decimal form. So just write one example. What is the decimal form of 5 by 2? So you know how to divide these two numbers, 5 by 2. Long division, 5 divided by 2. Which way we are dividing? 2 into 2 equals 4. Then we subtract, that remainder is 1. Again, we need to write the decimal form. There is no other number. After our number is only 5. After 5, we can put one decimal and insert so many zeros there, the value didn't change. 5 means 5.00, etc. also same, because after decimal, when we put 0, the value didn't change. Our next step, here also put that same decimal. Take down that 10 here. Again, 2 into which number is 10? 2 into 5 equal to 10. What's the next process? Subtract, you get the remainder 0. When you divide 5 by 2, our answer is 2.5. So here we get the remainder 0. Here the remainder 0. Some cases the remainder becomes 0. That means it terminates there. That number end here, 2.5, that number end there. Here we use one new word, terminate. That decimal terminates. Again, we just solve another one example. (64) divided by 5. 64 divided by 5. You know how to divide these two numbers. 64 divided by 5. One time 5, normal division. Then subtract these two numbers. 6 by minus 5, 1. Then next step, take down this 4 here. Then how many times 5 into 2 equal to 10? 5 into 3 is 15. So we can write only 2. 5 into 2, 10. Then next step, subtract these two numbers. 14 minus 10, the number is 4. It stops there. Again, we need to write the decimal form. What we do, we put decimal here. That same decimal in the quotient also. Then here the number is 0. That 0 we can write over here. 5 into which number is 40? 5 into 8 equal to 40. Then when you subtract, here also remainder becomes 0. So the answer is 12.8 and the remainder 0. That shows that decimal expansion terminates. So here we can write terminating decimal expansion. This is one terminating decimal expansion. So it is clear, if the remainder is 0, we get one terminating decimal expansion. If the remainder becomes 0, we get one terminating decimal expansion. So, okay children, so today we stop the class here. I hope you enjoyed today's class. And today we study only the comparison of numbers and insert dash numbers between two numbers. And the last one, simple section, divide two numbers and we get one remainder 0. If remainder 0, we represent it as terminating decimal expansion. Thank you children. Okay. Your next class will be after 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Please wait. Thank you.